tips because, guys, we have a weekly ambassador Zoom, and all I've heard is, have you had Natalie on a Zoom yet? Hey, this is what we're doing that Natalie told us to do. Hey, this is so good. And I was like, okay, I need to message this girl and get her on a team Zoom. So everyone, just like always, make sure you have your cameras on so that she can see your faces, and make sure that you have your notes out and that you're not on your phone and being respectful of her time. But I'm going to make you a co-host, Natalie, so that you can unmute yourself and everything. Make co-host. Yes. Okay, you should be good to unmute yourself now. Hi.
Hi.
We are so excited to have you on. So if you could go ahead and just kind of introduce yourself, because I've never been on a Zoom with you and I don't know anything about you. I'm so excited.
Okay. Can you hear me okay? Because I am in my camper. This is like my new mobile office, which is really nice because I have 3 kids and there's no interruptions out here.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So my name's Natalie Harmon. I've been in the business for 6 years, you guys, which is crazy because anybody that knows me in real life knows that like I flip-flopped through everything. Like I've done every job in the world. I was a real estate agent for a little bit before I did this business. Absolutely hated that because I was just showing houses and working evenings and weekends. And I had a new baby at the time. She was a year old and it was not working. So, okay. So 6 years ago I started, and I'll just give you a little bit of backstory, but basically, when I got into this business, nobody was even doing network marketing. Like the only people that knew what network marketing were doing like Mary Kay and Avon from like years and years ago. So nobody was even working it really on social media, and it just had started. So basically we were on food stamps. We were like below weekly living. Like when we were living week to week, it was like worse than that. So I remember like my whole life, my parents divorced when I was little, like 7, and everything was about money. It was always struggle. It was always never enough. It was hearing about money. It was helping to pay bills. It was just madness. And it really made me grow up faster. So I was heartbroken that my family was going to have to live this life of struggle too. So I just had enough. And basically one night I was like, please, like I literally got down. I remember getting down on my hands and knees in my bedroom in the dark. And I'm going to try not to cry. Sometimes it sneaks up on me. And I was like, nothing was working. My husband, well, he was my fiance at the time. Like we were madly in love, but we were struggling. And I just looked at my baby and I was like, this can't be all that there is. So, I got down on my hands and knees and I was like, whatever I'm supposed to do, I don't know what it is, put it in front of me. No matter how hard it is, no matter how weird it is, like whatever it is I'm supposed to do, put it in front of me. And so I basically, it was like one of the first times I guess it was the first time that I ever like just let go completely. And, nothing happened instantly, but, I was like a month later, this girl commented on my Instagram and she commented on a picture of my baby. And I was like, who is this weirdo? Like, why is she commenting on my Instagram photo? So I started snooping her page and I saw she was making a full-time income and with her baby at home. And I was like, what the heck? So I snooped and I saw she was selling these wraps and I had no idea what they were. I literally thought that they were like food wraps, like she was selling chicken wraps or something. And so I messaged her and I was like, tell me everything. I asked a bazillion questions because I'm super cautious. Probably drove her nuts. And she was like, this girl's never going to sign up. And if she does, she's just going to. But I signed up and basically the rest is history. I decided that there wasn't going to be any option of quitting. I was going to figure it out. And, I like had no social network. I had like literally like one friend in real life. So I was like, I have to make this work on social media. And I just dove in and I went diamond in 10 months and then double the next month. A year later, I went triple. And then I sat there for a while because I had, I don't know if any of you guys can relate, but life happens. And, sometimes it's stuff with our life that kind of makes our progress slow down. Sometimes it's like something in our head that's not clicking. We need to work on ourselves. Sometimes stuff happens on our team. I had a lot of stuff that happened on my team along the way too. And, those are just normal ups and downs and learning lessons that we go through in the business. But I sat there for 4 years as a triple diamond and did a lot of working on myself. And then I went Pres May 31st, which was actually my 6-year anniversary, which was insane. This May 31st, I went Pres. So it's been an amazing journey. I know like Cheyenne, you can probably say the same thing. Like it's nothing, like this business is nothing you could expect it to be, but it's everything. So I guess that's it. That's basically it. Food stamps. And now we are like free, totally free. And it's just amazing.
I love it. You're so like soft spoken. I feel like I could listen to you all night long. This is so good. I love that you said that your upline commented on your picture, because I hammer this into my team's head. They don't understand the power of interacting. I say this in every chat that I'm in, like, you leave a comment and sister's gonna click on you and go read your post. And that's how I found Kayla Sim. She's a VIP on my team. I commented on her picture. She said she came a couple of months later and joined. Same thing with you. Like, you wouldn't even be here if she wouldn't have commented on your picture. And I think that's so crazy. Y'all are missing out on presidential diamonds, people, because you're not commenting on people's pictures. So I had to make that super clear. And then the second thing that I took from that is that when you joined, quitting was not an option. And I have so many people that join my team that literally quit right away because it was an option. And all of you are here because it was never an option. You never gave yourself the option to quit because you're like, okay, this may be hard. I may get in a rut. I may have an issue. This may happen. It may not happen on my own timing, but quitting is not an option. And there's no way to fail if you never stop. Truly, there's no way to fail. So I love that so much. Okay, so we're talking about customers tonight. We're talking about host to post. You're obviously a queen at it, and I'm excited to learn tips from you because we have lots of people on here that are promoting. I'm promoting myself, and I need lots of volume, so I'm excited for this. So the month that you went presidential in May, you said that you enrolled 90 customers. So I'm just going to kind of give you the mic and let you talk about what it is, like what your systems are, what it is that you did, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. So I kind of want to like preface this with, I went all the way to triple, like signing, like literally our steps of success were at the time 4 customers. So like I did 4-6 customers a month. Like when we'd have a BOGO wrap or something, I'd get like 12 and I was like, woohoo! Because we just, at that time, we didn't really teach mass enrolling, and I don't know if it was a confidence thing or what. We also did not have host to post. So that is insane. Host to post is game changing. But I wanted to say that because even before signing, then in May when I went Pres and I signed 90, I had good months before that too. I've been increasing as time has gone on, but like there have been months right before that I signed like, I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 customers. So I want that to be known that anybody can do this. It's not like you have to just come in and know how to do it exactly. So basically it's all about intention. And I like preach that like crazy. You have to be intentional with host to post because, put a 1 in the comments if you are that person that thinks host to post isn't working for you or doesn't work for you. You're the one person it won't work for. Or if you are the person that dabbles in host to post and then you like jump back out. Cause I used to do that a lot. I'd be like, I'm getting this, I'm doing host to host. And then I would just like fall off the wheel. So the biggest thing is intention. So at the beginning of the month, I wanted to say this too. Every single morning that I, like May hit and I knew I was going to go Pres, everything was kind of aligning. It had been a long time coming and I felt this feeling like I just decided. And so I knew what I needed every day. And well, I didn't really even know what I needed. I just knew I needed like tons. I knew what I needed, but I knew that I needed to get as many customers as possible. So every single morning, this is a huge part of host to post, you guys. I have people that come to me and they're like, I have a new distributor. She's doing this, she's doing that part of host to post. She's doing this part. She's getting, 10 or 12 up a day, whatever it is, but she's not getting any hits on them. And I went through this, and I remember one time I got like 16 host to posts up and I didn't get a single comment on it. I was like, what is going on? And I remember, you guys, tell me if you felt this way before. Once you like get into host to post and you're like kind of having an off day, it almost like changes your energy and you're like not expecting to get comments anymore. You're not expecting to sign people. You're just like kind of in a bad mood about it. I 100% believe in the energy behind host to post and in any aspect of your business, your mindset, because if you are like going into a conversation with somebody and you're just assuming they're not going to want the product, they don't have the money for it, whatever it is, that's what you're going to get. And it's so weird, but if you look back at your business, you'll see that pattern. So and that's something that I learned right kind of in the beginning of my business. It's like, assume the sale, assume that they're going to say yes. Don't assume that they are going to say no. So every single morning I woke up and I did something new, because a lot of top leaders do this. And I think I forgot if it was Cami or somebody posted about it, but I read to myself before my feet hit the floor, the prayer of, and I can never remember what the actual name is, prayer of, if anybody remembers it, hold on. I just read the prayer. Prayer of Jabez. I don't know if that's how you say it. If I slaughtered that, sorry. But I would read that every single morning, because I am a yellow personality and I can get really easily derailed by my emotions. And that kind of sets my whole day going in the wrong direction. So I read that prayer and it basically just pours into your business. It pours into your life. It asks for what you're wanting, and all the positivity. And I read that every single morning because I wanted to start my day, like assuming and knowing that I was getting customers, like they were just going to come to me. I was so confident in it. Like, it was crazy. I just knew I'm going to sign people. I'm going to sign people. I'm going to sign people. And I spoke that over my business. So beginning of the month, I kind of post, and please stop me if you have any questions or whatever. You can just Google it. When you Google the prayer, sometimes the short version comes up and I have like a longer one saved, but, so I post about our giveaway. We do we kind of chip in for a big giveaway every month. Most teams do some kind of giveaway for host to post as an incentive. So, I post about that. Now, one thing of advice I feel like, and just remember, these are just my tips. So there are different ways to do things. It's not like one way is the right way, but this is what works really well. And I've been kind of at this for a long time. So, okay. So I post about the giveaway, and I recommend when you post about the giveaway, don't do it like a million times a month, because it kind of takes the excitement away, or like the allure of it. Cause they're like, oh, she's just going to post again about that giveaway. I don't know. They're kind of waiting for it more. If you're just doing it a couple times a month, and you're gonna see that you get more comments on it that way. So I do it beginning of the month, and I also try to do things that are gonna really attract people. And I think, okay, so we talked about your energy with host to post. The other thing that's really, really key with host to post working is your attraction marketing. And you're like, well, what does that matter if like those people are posting on their wall? They're not, that has nothing to do with me. That's their friend seeing a post on their wall. It really does have a lot to do with everything. So, and I'll kind of get into it more in a minute, but when you're posting about the giveaway, make sure that it's something that is going to be eye-catching, whatever status update that you're doing, something that gives people an easy way to answer. They don't want to have to like write out like three sentences long or whatever. Something that's like 1 or 2 words that they can answer, or, dropping an emoji is a great one too, but try to think of something that's a little bit different, but not too different. And my profile is public. So if you want to scroll through and kind of see what giveaway posts I've put up before, feel free to do that. I don't really have them here as an example. But just something that's going to really like catch people. So that part is important. And then, where should I go from here as far as, should I go into?
I mean, you can kind of go into your process of how you do it. I do have the wording, guys. I'm going to be sharing her scripts and stuff in the chat, but you can kind of go through like what your process is, maybe how you stay organized with them.
Okay.
because like you said, how you don't like to post about it a lot. I always do the partnering with message that I commented in the comments, like I post about the giveaway, like, because we do them weekly. So if you're on here and you're on my team, I don't know if you share this with your team or not, but if you're on my team, we're doing a $450 giveaway on the last day of the month. So what I do is I'll post about the giveaway. So I'll get, I think I got 29 comments or something. It wasn't crazy. And I'll go through and message those people, and those people, like, they're doing my partnering with message. So then those posts are blowing up. I never run out of people to talk to, and I posted about it one time. So that's the purpose of that message. And then all of those people that comment on that get my TFX post to post, or my coffee host to post, or whatever I'm doing. So just so y'all can kind of know what she means by that, of like not posting about it all the time. And I know some people try to post it every day and they're like, well, I'm not getting any comments because you're posting about it every day. They don't care anymore. So
Yeah.
I love that. But just kind of go into your organization, and just, I think the number one thing with host to post is understanding that you didn't just do host to post one day and enroll 90 customers. You did it every day.
Yes. Okay. So, and what Cheyenne said is basically kind of what I do too. That's that whole system of like, you have like a never ending well of people to do host to post for. And, your teammates might be like, well, Natalie only got, 35 comments on her giveaway. How does she have an endless pool? And we're having people post about the giveaway to get their entry into. Okay. So once I put up my giveaway post, this is the part where I kind of, decide. It's like, I talked about this with Claire when I did the Zoom the other week. It's kind of like host to post has its own recipe, and you'll kind of like figure this out if you're consistent, because it takes getting to know host to post, getting to know the ins and outs and how it works, because it really is just marketing. It's a simple tool. And the more you play with it, the more you'll figure it out and understand it, instead of just like throwing up host to post and being like, nothing's happening. So when I do host to post, or when I do the giveaway, I will then go down and I will look at the comments, and you guys try to be on top of it. Like, you don't want your people to sit there waiting forever. Try to get them when they've like recently commented, or they'll be like, what are you even talking about when you message them? So I will go down the list, and if they are people that have posted for me before, like let's say they posted about a product before, or the last time, I'm going to have them definitely post about the giveaway. They're going to throw up the status about the giveaway to get their entry. If there are people that say they have like 1,000+ friends, and they have like a great profile picture, maybe it's well lit, it's well edited, whatever, like they kind of have an understanding of how social media works. Those are the people that I typically like to have for sure post about the giveaway for me, because most of the time they have a great or similar like social circle. So like they have a lot of friends that are also like aware of how social media works and attraction marketing, kind of, even if they're not in a business, they understand like the aesthetics of like, having a profile and having it function and be attractive or whatever. So those are the people that I have posted about the giveaway. If there are people, and I talked about this too, because I'm like, I don't want to offend anybody, but this is marketing, and we do things to try to pull people in. So like if there's somebody that has like a picture of like a mountaintop or something like that, and they have like 100 friends, I'm probably not going to have them post about the giveaway. I'm going to have them do the product, because they might not be somebody that has, they don't have a big social network. They might not get that many hits. And also, I don't really want to tap into their network heavily, because they do have a small network, and it's just not going to bring me as many leads. So I try to make those decisions based off of, how many friends these people have, what their profile looks like, that kind of stuff. And that really helps, because I think I'm not sure if it was the month I went Prez or the month before, but I gave the stats of my monthly host to posts, and I think I got up, it was 65 host to posts that I got up, and I enrolled 90 customers. So if you look at those ratios, it's crazy, because I remember when I would get into host to post, when I first got into it, and people were like, you have to get up 400, 300, 400 if you're promoting, which like do more. That's totally fine. But if you want to like increase your odds, implement these little things that are going to help your numbers, and you're going to do less work and have better results. And that was big for me because I have 3 kids. We're in crazy times, like everything's nuts. And so I really wanted to have more freedom. And I feel like using this method and being a little smarter about who I'm having post what and all that stuff, it really allowed me to just enroll tons of customers, but not be on my phone constantly, if that makes sense. So that's how I decided, you know, who was going to post what. And then from there, I guess we can go into this, the scripts, I guess.
Yeah, just kind of talk about what your flow is and how you do all of that.
Okay. So for me, I do Thermophyte for my product posts because I have my own results. I also drink the coffee every day. You know, there are tons of products that I use. But one of the reasons why I do Thermophyte, and I feel like this has really increased my odds of enrollment, because I started host to post with Cleanse, and that was good. It was good for me, but Thermophyte is magic, you guys. I don't know, you know, if you're newer to the business, you probably don't realize that this is one of our first products that we were ever able to claim results with of weight loss. So having a product that we can say like average 31 pounds in 90 days is golden. Like when that hit with It Works, we were like in tears. It was so exciting. So I think the magic behind it is that people want like quicker results. You know, we all do. And we want guaranteed results kind of, even though it's not guaranteed, it's an average. And so we live in this microwave society where people like want something and they want it now. And with Thermophyte, it's just so attractive. Like there's something about that pulls you in, and you feel that urgency with the product. And our other products, as amazing as they are, like coffee host to post, I don't sign people instantly with coffee because it's kind of like always there for them. But with Thermophyte, they're like, I don't know, there's this urgency behind it. So it's just been amazing. I use a standard, it's seriously, you guys, it's like the standard Thermophyte host to post wording. So I'm not going to share that with you. I don't think the magic lies in that part of host to post. And I used to think that. I was like, everybody's using the same thing. It's not working for me anymore. But really, I wasn't being consistent with host to post enough. And that was really it. And it was my attitude. So I just use the standard, like who wants to, I don't even know what it says because I just copy and paste it. Who wants to take 1 tablet in the morning, 1 tablet, whatever. It's the standard host post. I have them put that up. I don't have them tag me in it. But once it goes up, they let me know. And then as soon as they put it up, I go and I like it and I comment on it. And this is the important part that kind of reverts back to attraction marketing. So when you comment, what I do is I comment on their host to post and I say, thank you, Danielle, these are my personal results. And then I put my personal results in the comment. And what that does is now the person, even though I wasn't tagged in it, the person that's interested is going to see me commenting with my results, and then they're going to click on my profile because they're nosy, right? Like we're all nosy. So I do recommend having a public profile, or at least some of your posts being public so that people can check you out. Because this is your storefront, like your profile is your storefront. So that's one of the reasons why I leave that comment, because I want them to get nosy. I want them to go check out my page, see who I am. These are some of the reasons why you need to have your profile picture, you know, well put together, well taken, well lit, edited, that kind of stuff. And you have to have your kind of like a feel to your page. You have to have your branding. Like when you go to your page or when somebody else goes to your page, like you want them to get a feel for you, and they're going to judge because I mean, this is the way the world is. Like people are going to get a feeling from you instantly of whether or not they trust you. And I think that's huge for this, because if you're not getting people to sign on, you might need to dabble in, you know, how you're presenting yourself on social media. Does it feel genuine? Does it feel like you? Does it feel welcoming? I think that's a big thing, because people are really going to go click and see, like, who is this person selling this stuff? Do I trust her? So attraction marketing is huge. So after I've commented on their host to post, I also comment right below, and I say something like, I use another teammate's results, and I say, this is my friend, or what do I say? Jesus. It's all in my text replacement. I say, my friend so-and-so also just lost 30 pounds, and I put the results there. And this just, you know, kind of gives it's not just me, it's other people having great results. And that's all I do. I save it to my collections. If you guys don't use collections to save your host to post, you should. It's a great way to organize, and I am not organized at all. So anything that's like simple that I can do to manage this works well for me. I just have my collection for the month. The month that I was going Prez, I even like labeled my collection May host to post, some presidential something, I don't know. I was putting those seeds everywhere. So think about that stuff, you guys, because it really does, everything that you're reading consistently, seeing consistently is what's going back into your business. Okay, so let's see. Okay, then once people have commented on the host to post, I don't instantly do it. I'll kind of like let it simmer a little bit and see, because algorithm kind of takes place on our host to post. So if there's like one comment, I give it a minute. I might like it, and then I'll wait a little while before I comment on it, and I'll say messaging you, which is basically standard host to post, whatever, standard host to post. I can't think of the word. You know what I mean? Guidelines or whatever. So then I will comment messaging you, and then I friend request the person. Now I always wait until they accept my friend request. One, it gets really wonky on Facebook. Sometimes if you're sending them messages and you're not friends, they might not even see it. It's just a big mess. So I want like to hit it hard, and like, I'm not sending the info unless we're friends already, because I need to maximize my efforts. So they accept the friend request, then I send them my Thermophyte info. If they haven't accepted, I'll go back like, depending on how busy I am or whatever, but within 24 hours, I try to go back, and anybody that hasn't accepted, this is just a super little simple tip. In my text replacements, I have it saved as, I think it's like MSTA. So I will just hit that, and it goes to make sure to accept my request, or the message won't pop up on your end with a like smiley winky face. So I do that for anybody that hasn't accepted, because sometimes people are just like not sure why you're getting a friend request from them. So I do that. And then most of the time, those people will accept then once you've said that comment under their interested comment. And it also bumps the post again. So then usually you'll get like another couple of people that are interested on your host to post too. So that's going to increase your odds of, you know, because you don't want those leads to just go away. I mean, I don't know if any of you are, but I'm guilty of sometimes not having gone back and like made a second effort. When somebody didn't accept my request, I was like, oh, whatever, you know, maybe it wasn't meant to be. And I'm like, maybe they just didn't see it, or they don't know how host to post works. They don't even know what host to post is. So that little bit of extra effort is going to get you a lot more people that you're now able to message. So, and then as far as what I message, let me see. Oops.
I put that first message in the chat already. If y'all missed that, I put it here. So that's what she sends, and then a second message she sends her post. And I have this, and I shared it in the chat. Something else I was also going to do is I can actually share my iPad screen and kind of walk through this process so that people can kind of see it a little bit.
Yeah, do that.
Let's see. Via cable. Y'all have to let me know when you see my screen. Give me a yes in the chat when y'all see this. Can y'all see it? Yes? Okay. So this is the post that I posted yesterday for our giveaway. So it's the first post that I did. It's the one and only post that I'm going to do about this. And when I go to the very top, I'm going to kind of walk y'all through it a little bit. I've already started going through them, but I take my time because I don't want to get blocked. So for example, let's go to this girl. Okay, I'm friends with her already. She's not responded to my last ones, but I use WordBoard to keep it super organized. So I'm just going to send number 1 and number 2. I'm sending my host to post. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to comment MU, which is message to girl. I have that saved in there. I do that every single time, and then I like it, and then I go to the next one. I already messaged her. But let me find one that I haven't messaged. Scroll down here really quickly. Okay, let's go to her. I'm not her friend, so I'm going to add her. And most of the time what I'll do is I'll go through and just add everybody at one time so that when I go back in a couple of hours, hopefully a lot of them have accepted my friend request at that point. But let's go to this girl. Okay, so this girl's super cute. Look at her profile picture. This is what Natalie's talking about. Super cute profile picture. You can tell she knows what social media is. She has almost 2,000 friends. So when I message her to do a host to post, what I'm going to do is on here, I'm going to do this first, well, maybe. This is called WordBoard if you don't know what it is. I'm going to do that first one, and then I'm going to do the partnering with one, and I'm going to edit it to what our giveaway is. Are y'all kind of following what this is? It's literally the easiest thing ever. We have a WordBoard video and the team page and everything, and the script is already shared with you. See, she already read it. Look, this girl knows how to use social media. She's already got it down. But that's literally it. And then once they post that, I click the 3 dots, I save it into an August host to post collection, and then every night I go through and I make sure that there's no comments on it. And I'm pretty sure that's probably exactly what Natalie does. Yep, she's not in her head, because that's what we all do. There's nothing different. So I want you to kind of talk about the power of like consistently doing them every single day. Like, do you do 10 host to posts a day? What is your like rule of thumb to make sure that you're getting them up every day?
And then I will talk about that. I wanted to add one thing too about, if you find somebody on your giveaway post that you want to put up the giveaway post, the other reason that we want to do that too is because for some reason, sometimes people are hesitant to put up a post about a product on their page, right? Like you get those people that just don't ever do it or they don't respond. But if you have this person that's got 1,000 or more friends and they have a great profile picture and you're like, oh, they probably have a great network of people, you want to get into that network, and they're more likely to post about the giveaway that has like nothing to do with a product than posting about the product. So I don't want to waste my host to post on them. I want to make sure that they get it up. So that's the other reason why they're more likely to put up a giveaway post. But yes, so as far as, oh crap, I forgot the question. What was the question?
The power of doing it consistently and how many
Okay.
to get up every day.
Okay. So, I am not an organized person, you guys. So if I can do this, you can do this. If you're organized, even better. But consistency is everything in this business. I mean, even when it comes down to any matter in your business, it's consistency, and you don't have to be motivated every day. I think it was Joel Dunn that said this years ago, and everybody said it since, but motivation is fleeting. It's the discipline that you need to create. You have to create disciplines. I'm not a disciplined person. I suck at drinking water. Like, I'm not disciplined at anything. I barely make my bed. But if you can create disciplines in your business, you can go anywhere with it. So you create that by forming habits. You have to do the same things every single day. If you do it for a couple days and then you stop, you like totally start over everything. Like if you work your business for a week and then you're like, for 2 weeks, guess what? You're starting over again. It's the same thing with host to post. You have to be consistent with it. And the other part of this is that, and let me know if you guys have experienced this, when you sign a customer or a distributor, maybe you sign a couple. Once you sign a couple and you've like shared on your social media, like I just helped so-and-so with this, or this person just joined my team, whatever it is, it creates this like momentum, right? This excitement. People are like, oh, she's like actually doing stuff. She's working. Like, I want to be a part of this. People want to be a part of something, right? They want, like, it's like that supply and demand type thing, right? And that was a big part of what helped me when I went Prez, was that I got the ball rolling. You have to have the ball rolling in your business. And what we're so guilty of is rolling the ball, like during busy time, right? Like promotion time or boom time, whatever you want to call it. We're so guilty of like rolling that ball fast, and then summer comes or whatever happens, and we're like, oh, okay, well, it'll keep rolling, right? Yeah, it's going to roll, but it's going to roll the wrong way. You have to keep rolling, because people are attracted to who is still rolling, if that makes any sense. Like, people are still mass enrolling, people are still promoting, they're doing all those things. Some people aren't, because they stopped working like they were. But if you keep that momentum going, you're going to find that like more people are attracted to signing up. Like, they're just going to come. So you have to be consistent. It's so important. I was one of those people that thought host to post wasn't going to work for me. I cried to my husband about it a million times, and like, why is it working for them? How do they sign that many people? Like, I couldn't even wrap my head around signing 90 customers. I couldn't do that. Like, how could I possibly? But it's totally possible with consistency, using these methods, like working smarter, not harder, if that makes sense. Like, this, I feel like it's really key in this, really working smart with host to post. Anybody can do it, but the better you get at that recipe with figuring it out, and just like literally like wake up and do host to post. My 6 list used to be, I don't even know if it was 6, it was probably 8 or 10 lists. But like now my main focus is host to post. It's so all inclusive. If you do host to post and you post, you're good for your business. Obviously there's following up too, but like host to post is going to grow your network. It's going to get you leads. It's going to make you feel confident, because you're going to start signing people. Like, it does everything for your business. So if you do anything, wake up and get your host to post done. I don't have a specific number for how many I do. Like I said, I didn't even keep track of it when I was going pres as far as how many I had up. But I do kind of keep track of like, I guess I keep more track of how many comments I'm getting. So if I got 5 host to posts up that day, but I got 25 comments, that's good. If I got 10 host to post up or 12 that day and I got 20, that's good. I just kind of want to get like around 20 to 30 comments, I guess. And your ratios might be a little different. You know, I think that confidence in this business helps your numbers, you know, once you get more comfortable with what you're doing. But the thing that I love with doing Thermophyte host to post is that you get really like confident in your wording. Like, you really, you know, the product, stick to one thing. Don't dabble in like 6, 7, 8 different host to post, because it is a numbers thing. So if you're spreading yourself out, you're not going to have as many, you know, I don't know, your odds get spread out. So yeah, I guess that was it with that. I'm sure there was more, but I've got mom brain like crazy. It's like,
no, that's good. I mean, I think we have so many people on our team that enroll when they're mass enrolling, it's because of host to post. And that's why when we talk about this, it's like, there's not anything that Natalie has or that I have or that any of our top leaders have that you don't. We literally are just clicking copy and paste more times than you. That's it. Like this morning, I think I need like 2,000 GB to go diamond. Like, I am just like ready to go. I'm so excited. And I was like, okay, well, all I have to do is host a post, because this is exactly what I did when I went ambassador. Guys, listen to this, okay? If you were not around in April when we went ambassador, I had enrolled 4 customers up to the 24th of the month. 4. And we were going ambassador. I was like, what is this crap? This is not cool. I had people on my team mass enrolling, and I was like, 4 customers, Cheyenne? I remember I sat right here and gave this pep talk to myself. I was like, 4? You're joking, right? This is a joke. Because I had focused so much on distributors, and I was like, okay, I need customers right now. I got 65 customers in 4 days from host to post. Every person on that. I mean, yes, there were some people that were on my Instagram that I was like begging to join because I needed volume. And I was like, please, hello, I'm trying to become ambassador. Please buy from me. Thank you. 65 customers from host to post in 4 days. And it was because I was popping them out. Like every 10 people I was messaging, they were getting host to post. Then when they would post for me, and those people would post for me. And I just kept going and going and going, and it never stopped. And I was just having the same conversation. My script is in the team page. The messages are in the team page. The training is pinned to the top of the team page. Everything is out there for you. And now we had the queen sit here and tell us how she got 90 customers, and she had never enrolled that many customers ever before. You know, when Host to Post first came out, it was March of 2018. It was when I was going double diamond. And I had never enrolled more than 19 customers. 19 was my max, and that was a lot. Like, that was before Host to Post, that was just friends and family of me begging them to give me their card information when I was promoting. That's ultimately what it was. But then when Host to Post came out that month, I enrolled 88 customers for chocolate greens and keto coffee because I got my own personal results, and we did Host to Post like nobody's business. And then we went triple, and I got like 50 or 60 customers that month. And then when I went presidential, I got 90 customers that month. It was crazy, all from Host to Post, just from me posting something that you could post as well. So I want to know how many of you feel inspired now. You're like, okay, I can actually do this. I have the scripts. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. They just showed me how. I physically showed you on my iPad what I do. It's so freaking simple, and you just have to do it. And I think that that's kind of what Natalie said. You know what? I'm ready to go presidential, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. So I also want to kind of talk about that for a second. You were triple diamond for 4 years. And I think a lot of times people get stuck in this headspace of like, oh my gosh, I'm not promoting. I'm never going to get there. I'm never going to get over this hump. Like, what was it that made you say like, no, I'm going presidential?
You know, I mean, like I said in the beginning, my business went through, it went through all kinds of stuff in those 4 years, you know, and it was this business is an ongoing, like, learning experience, you know, growing experience. And my team is amazing. You know, obviously we can't go anywhere without our teams. But I really think that it's just about being in the right headspace. Like, we hear this all the time. You have to make that decision. You have to decide, but you have to put the action behind it, and nobody's going to do it for you. You have to be the one to do it. And I realized, like, I could sit here and, you know, do what I've been doing, but I think I need to just do something different. I need to make some big waves. And I just decided I was going to make Host to Post go crazy, and I was going to be so consistent that there was nothing that could stop me. And I was, and it was so, it's so weird to say that, but like, when you do something big in your business and you like almost inspire yourself and you're like, man, I did that. It's so empowering. And I think that so many times we don't allow ourselves to feel more powerful. Like, we're just kind of like holding ourselves back. And, it really was just that. It was that decision. And, you know, you have to have a strong why. And I was sick and tired of being in that spot. You know, I knew I was worth more. And I just wasn't, I don't know. I knew it was the time. I knew it was worth more, and I could just feel it. So I think the biggest thing is to put your goal out there and to actually do it, not just talk about it. You know, you guys, when I started this business, I literally snuck into an event. It was my first event. I was not even a distributor. And it was so weird because I live an hour south of Washington, D.C. And there had not been any events in this area. And there was this event locally, like 5 minutes from me. And I was like, you know what, this is a sign. So I went by myself, and I am shy. I guess I'm not shy, but I'm kind of introverted, whatever. Went by myself. I walk up to the table. There are two girls sitting there making name tags, and they had Ruby on their name tag. And I was like, they're two rubies. Like, I was just like, oh my God, they're Ruby. Like, it was so big to me. And Ruby is awesome. It's one of the biggest promotions. I feel like when you hit Ruby, it's a huge accomplishment. But they were rubies, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can never be Ruby. Signed up, and when I hit Ruby, I was like, oh my gosh, I could never be Diamond. Hit Diamond, and then I remember talking to my mom about Double, and she was like, how much is Double's monthly income? I was like, I could never be Double. And then I went Double. One of my first big events as a distributor was the day after I went Diamond, and Pam spoke there. It was amazing to hear her speak. And after that, it was the first time I met Stephanie and Joel, and my upline told me they wanted to meet me. And I was like, what? So I met Stephanie and Joel, and I remember Steph and Joel, they were both like, well, Stephanie's like, what are you going to do this month? Cause it was like the first of the month or something. She's like, you're going double, right? And I'm like, no, I'm not going double. But to, if you're talking to Stephanie Dunn, you're going to be like, yeah, of course I'm going double. So she put that in me and I was like, well, I guess I'm going double this month. But it's like, you have to get there in your mind. You have to know that you're like, it's possible. Even if you're kind of like, ooh, you have to decide, you guys. And if somebody had said to me the following month, you're going triple, right? Because nobody did. I probably would have gone triple. I wouldn't have waited a year to do it. But I just thought, double's good, right? Like I can stay here. And that's probably what I'm guilty of right now. I'm like, press is good. I don't need ambassador. But we should always be moving forward. If you're not moving forward, you're only going to be slowly rolling backwards.
That made me think of the last Zoom that we did with Kelly Brown. And she said, get angry and use it for good. And it's kind of like when you get stuck at that point of like not going to where you want to go. And you're like, dude, I'm over it. I'm sick of it. I want to go to the next level, even if it's not even for money or if it's not for the title or if it's not for, it's just for the fact of simply moving forward. And I think a lot of times we sit there and say, well, I'm stuck. I can't go. I can't move. I can't get to, you're not stuck. You're not stuck. Nobody's planted where you're planted. She wasn't planted and stuck at triple. She just wasn't moving. I think a lot of times we get complacent and we start doing these things and, we're like, oh, I'm doing my 10 host posts and they're not getting comments. I'm messaging, but nobody's responding. I'm posting and nobody's commenting on them because you're not doing it with intentionality at all. You're just walking through the motions and it's very easy to do that. Drop a 2 in the comments if you're like, I've done that. Heck, I have got complacent. I have sat in a spot, but you should get uncomfortable being comfortable and being in that position. And guys, like, I fully believe that many of you could have promoted this month if you would have got serious about what you wanted and got serious about the goals that you have. Like, you have a God-sized opportunity, have God-sized goals and a God-sized ambition to go after everything that you came for. It's not fun just sitting in the chair. It's not fun being on the sidelines. It's not fun looking at your steps to success paper that's empty. It's not fun having enrollments. It's not fun thinking, oh my God, everybody's going to the retreat next month and I'm just going to be sitting here doing nothing. We have a retreat next month, Natalie, and everybody's like blowing my phone up and they're like, because they just have to complete their steps. And I'm like, listen, that is something you could do in your sleep with Host to Post. You could do it tomorrow if you wanted to. And I think that if you just make that decision and just say, like, I'm going to do all the things that she told me to do. I'm going to take these scripts. And just like Amberly said in the comments, I loved it. She said, I own Host to Post. And I was like, yes, girl. Just have the confidence that you're going to mass enroll from it. And you're going to be able to promote to that rank. But I think you just, like Kelly said, get angry and use it for good. And just take that next step to go to that next level. Natalie, if you had any tips to share with people that are promoting this month or super close to accomplishing a goal, what would it be to end them with?
Oh, geez. I would just tell them that they're worth it, that it's possible, and that, like, I feel like so many times we get so wrapped up in what other people are doing. You guys, I kind of like pep talk to myself when I was going pres, and I was like, okay, Natalie, I know it's been a long time. I mean, I did promote my husband in between there, but he doesn't count. I mean, the paycheck counts, but he doesn't count. But, I thought about it, like, what was I doing when I went diamond and when I went double, and even triple? Like, what was I doing? And I remember very distinctly, and I don't remember a lot of things because I am now 3 kids into this business, but I remember that I had no clue what other leaders were doing when I was promoting. Like, I was so focused, like, just looking right here. Like, the whole month, I didn't know what anyone else was doing. I only knew what I was doing. I knew what my chart looked like. It was chicken scratch, but I was just so focused on, this is my goal. This is how many days we have to do it. And it's getting done by the end of this month, like, come HELL or high water, like, it's getting done. And so stop looking at what everyone else is doing. Stop thinking that, like, spending the time on your phone is productive. If it's not productive, then just get off your phone. Like, what are you doing? You need to be productive and intentional on your phone. Scrolling can seem like we're working, but really it's not working. don't look left or right. That's the biggest killer of our minds in this business. I'm guilty of it. I had stuff happen in my business that really crushed my soul. And it took me a long, long, long time to mend from it because I'm really yellow and I care about people like more than anyone should, probably. But I really, like, I had some stuff happen and it took a lot of time for me to heal. And I think the biggest thing is to just not compare yourself. Don't compare yourself. You know, nobody is perfect in this business. Or it's a highlight reel. Like, everybody's a hot mess behind the scenes and everybody has a different journey. Like, I'm not ashamed of my journey in any way. Like, I can confidently say that I was at Triple for 4 years, and I'm proud. I'm proud because there are not many people that are that stubborn and that consistent with their business that they would still be here. You know, they'd be like, oh, I'm stuck. I was like, you know what? No one's going to see me quit. I'm going to be here and I'm going to hit press and watch me. That's how I felt. So don't look left. Don't look right. Don't think about what anyone else is doing. You don't have to sign 90 customers, but you have to be the best version of you. And you probably haven't hit that yet. You're still working on that. And that's what we're in this business to do. So I guess that's it.
Such good tips. I love that. And I think it's crazy too when I see people that, you know, it takes them a long time to kind of get their bearings in this business, and then they promote to Ruby, and then, you know, it takes them a little bit to get their bearings to Diamond, and then sometimes people just explode after that, and it's because they gave themselves the time to learn and gave themselves the time to, you know, overcome the obstacles and really just like flourish as a leader and everything. And so we are so excited to watch you go ambassador now. You're not going to sit at Prez because you're worthy of ambassador. Thank you so much for taking your time out of your night to give us these tips. I think everybody needed to hear just how simple it can be. And no, you don't have to enroll 90 customers and you don't have to mass enroll every month, but wouldn't it be nice to be able to pull it out of your back pocket and use it, right? To have this resource, especially in the times that you're trying to promote, or, you know, even if you're not promoting this month, you should always be working on a promotion within your downline too. Find a Ruby, find an executive, go down in your chart right now and say who on my team is working on their shopping spree and help them, because that one little thing is going to breed another and breed another promotion and breed another, and then you're excited, and then pretty soon that ball is rolling because you're pushing it from the back instead of letting it go downhill like she was talking about earlier. So thank you so much for doing this. We're so excited. Everyone say thank you to Natalie. This was so good. This will be up on my YouTube for anyone that needs to watch it, and you can ask your upline for scripts because we shared them in all the leaders chat and everything. So bye guys. Good night.
Bye.